What's up, fam? Welcome back to Elevate with Gail. We're going to talk today about the new moon on October 16th, 2020. And this is the last new moon of the month. And we have a full moon coming up on October 31st on Halloween. So it's just been like, whew, October's been intense. And I'm feeling more and more of these high frequency energies. Today, if you look at the Schumann resonance, if you go and check out the chart, we can see a big white spike of energy, and that is higher dimensional energy, higher frequency energy being blasted into our planet to raise our vibration. And in order to raise our vibration, we have to do a lot of clearing, a lot of cutting out of the energies that don't belong here on our planetary grid anymore and within ourselves and our own vibration. So it's a constant clearing that we're moving through right now, a big purging. And as we all know, with new moons, it's a good time to set new intentions and bring in new energy. So we're going to explore more on how we can create space for new energy, because we are going to have a lot of new energy coming into our lives very, very soon. And there's a turning point in December. And this is a big, monumental turning point in December. So what we are doing right now is we are getting prepped for December. So we've been in preparation up until now and doing a lot of purging, a lot of opening, a lot of third eye openings are happening, a lot of Kundalini awakenings are happening, a lot of volunteers from different waves that came to the planet to wake up this time are starting to awaken. And so if you're watching this video, most likely you're one of those volunteers and you're a star seed, a light worker that is here to help raise the frequency of the planet into a higher dimension. Woo! So this is exciting stuff that's happening right now. But this new moon is a great time to start working on new habits, forming new habits so that they don't seem like work all of the time. So when you're forming new habits, it's a little bit of work to get the patterning going. Like if you want to choose a new way of working out or a new way of eating and diet and the things that you're putting into your body are so important right now. It's a good time for us to be making those little adjustments, because even though they might seem like work at first or a little uncomfortable to change at first, then it will become more of like a flow and it will become like second nature and almost effortless. It just becomes a normal thing for us. So once we create these new patterns, these new habits, these new behaviors, this will put us more of a flow state and more flexible and more free in the way that we move. And this is going to be really necessary soon. So our guides want us to be really flexible and free soon because of the amount of chaos with this Mercury retrograde. Guys, we have 5 planets in retrograde right now. So Mercury is really important right now. A lot of the mainstream astrologers are saying this is a new moon in Libra, but from the things that I've studied and the way if you look up in the sky, it looks like the new moon is really affecting Virgo. So Mercury kind of rules Virgo, and it's a really good time to focus on those new patterns and those new ways, because once we create those, we can be more of the eye of the storm when the chaotic energies come through. Okay, so this is all about creating new energies, new ways of moving, and letting go of the old patterning and the old behaviors. So as much as we like to say we're letting go of old behaviors and we're letting go of old habits and old patterns most of the time, this is the time to really crack down and do this and start forming and replacing patterns and behaviors. So kind of really subconsciously, we're letting go of a lot of the old programming, a lot of the ancestral trauma is coming through right now. We're feeling a lot of this clear right now. A lot of women are moving through different ways and holding their power, because in the past, our ancestors held that power differently, and a lot of the programming has caused us to live a certain way here in the matrix. So we're letting go a lot of that. We're letting go and we're clearing a lot of that. And a lot of the female light workers are taking that power back, and we're moving into our goddess energy, and we're finding out how actually powerful we are and how we can be the co-creator of our own life using these powerful energies that are coming in right now. And we're feeling so supported and we're feeling seen. So we're all starting to connect right now in a beautiful way, and we're starting to realize that like the way we were living before was total programming, and we're letting go of this programming, and it almost feels like a death of the old ways. It feels like a death of the ego way of living and the matrix way of living. So if you think about it, we're kind of unplugging from the matrix, and now we're like flailing around in our new ways, and we're realizing that we are really powerful. And as we let go of these old ways, we're going to be manifesting extremely quickly. So that's why right now it's a great time to create these new habits. So if you're disorganized, it's time to start finding ways to become more organized. If you are feeling unhealthy, this is a main focus right now that we really need to focus on. How to get our, healthy eating moving so that we can feel good, and that will in turn help you feel like you look good. And it always creates the external. The internal always creates the external. So as much as people want to say, looks don't matter, some of us feel a lot better when we look healthier and we feel healthier, and you can actually manifest your physical appearance. So as much as you want to manifest, the money and the job and the relationship, you can manifest your physical appearance. So this is a focus that we bring in by changing our patterns and behaviors and reprogramming. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am a goddess. God damn it, I am fucking unstoppable. This is reprogramming. This is patterning and behaviors that we're replacing right now. So as we move in with this new moon energy, it is going to bring us with this Mercury retrograde a lot of change. We're going to see a lot coming up, not just within us, but within the collective very, very soon. Like I talked in my last video about Mercury retrograde, this is going to be so much chaotic energy that comes up right now. I know that I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of the symptoms are physical right now, a lot of head symptoms. There's a lot of light body activations coming in with these powerful 5D and above light that is coming in right now. So we're having a lot of powerful activations right now. And if you're wondering what an activation is, it's activating parts of your DNA that has not been online for a very long time. So we're basically waking up, our light body is coming alive, and we're starting to activate and crystallize and hold higher light codes and higher frequencies. So this is a very exhausting process for some of us, and we're really feeling it on a physical level right now. So rest and lots of water is really important, because water is a light conduit and helps bring these energies in. All right, and so listen to your body, ground as much as possible, and do whatever you can to go tap into your internal frequency, because that's where all the work needs to be right now. Okay, so think about what are the patterns and behaviors that you want to start creating for yourself so that they soon can become more natural patterns and behaviors. It's like if you haven't been working out for a while, right? And if you feel like it's going to be so uncomfortable and a lot of work, now is the time to start making those patterns and behaviors become more natural soon, because you're going to want them to feel natural and flexible soon. You want to be flexible soon, because life is not going to be the way that it always has anymore. It's over. The old ways are over. The old ways of programming are over. The old ways that we went to our jobs and worked is over. It's all over now, guys. The matrix, the 3D matrix, gone now, okay? We've unplugged. We're deprogramming all of that right now, and we're rewiring our brains, and we're reprogramming the way that we live. So now things are going to come up, they're going to purge, they're going to clear, and then we are going to have to become very adaptable to the new ways of living. We are going to need to be extremely flexible, because the new ways are going to be really surprising to us, okay? There's going to be a new way of living, a new way of moving, a new way of eating, a new way of feeling. Everything is going to be so new to us, so we're going to be wanting to be flexible. So that's why I'm really stressing to you guys on this new moon to start creating those habits and those new patterns now, and replacing the old ones with the new ones, okay? So think about, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and getting the same results, and you're not happy with those results, okay? So lots of us have been insane, just doing the same things over and over and getting the same results, and then we just are frustrated, and we feel like we're in this constant loop and this hamster wheel. So a lot of us has broken free from that, and we're freeing ourselves from the hamster wheel. And yes, it's scary at first, because you have the heart not trusting the unknown and the power that you actually hold within you to co-create whatever you want. But once you free yourself of that programming and you just take the chance, I know some of you guys have quit your jobs and you're like, oh my God, this feels so fucking good. What do I do now? I don't know. And you have almost this sense of everything's gonna be okay. For the first time, you trust that even though you just left your job, everything's gonna be okay. And this is the new way we're going to be moving and being flexible, because the amount of chaos that's coming around the corner, you're going to have to be flexible and trust that all of it is happening for the greatest good of all of humanity, and that there is a divine purpose behind all that is happening right now. So we're going to have to hold those high frequencies for the rest of humanity. If you're watching this video, you are starseed, and you're here on the front lines holding higher frequencies for the rest of humanity that is waking up now. And if you're not conscious to what's really going on and you can't see through the veil of the illusion of what is being projected and what people find to be true right now, heads are going to be spinning, everyone's going to be freaking out, and we're going to have to sit here and hold the light for them and hold love frequency. So creating patterns to make yourself feel better, creating patterns that you know make you feel good and that are going to pull you out of the lower vibrations constantly. Those are the exercises that we need to be doing right now. I highly recommend working out. I highly recommend hiking, really paying attention to what you're eating right now. Maybe start meal prepping, maybe start planning out, like going to the farmer's market on Sundays and checking out the new fruits and vegetables that they have, and like finding new recipes. These are really cool ways to like bring in new habits, and maybe like cutting people out of your life, because I've heard a lot of, I don't think this friend resonates with me anymore, and she's just really, really negative, and like she always cuts me down when I'm talking about, what I believe is going on in politics. And if you have friends like that don't want to be your friend or are making you feel guilty for having the beliefs that you have, then they probably don't need to be in your energy field right now. More than ever, it's time to isolate yourself away from those negative energies, because, if you're a friend that's all love and unconditional love and acceptance and compassion, then you're going to understand that everybody can have their own views right now, and we just love everybody unconditionally. All right. So like, if you have those friends that are making you feel low vibe about your belief systems, time to let that go right now. We don't have time for that bullshit anymore, you guys, because the storm's about to hit, and you're not going to want those energies on top of all the chaotic energy that's going to be moving around us very, very soon. So on top of the chaotic energy moving around us, it's going to be moving through us and releasing, okay? We're doing a lot of energetic shedding right now, feeling it, and I feel it really intensely in my spine as we shed energies. I feel it really intensely in my head. It's just constant in my head. So I know the collective, we're really, really shedding right now a lot of energies, a lot of programming, outdated, denser energies that we've been holding inside of our light bodies. So it's all clearing right now. So really self-care is the most important thing for us right now, okay? And this is really our homework, because if you don't do this for yourself, everything else around you is going to suffer. Your relationships, your jobs, everything, your physical body, your health, everything will suffer if you don't focus on self-care for this new moon and creating new habits and patterns that may seem like work at first to implement, but will become more natural and more flowing so that you can become more flexible. And that's our goal now with this new moon and the energy that it's bringing in, new energy to help us become more flexible in the way that we move, because this is a lot of new energy coming in, new energy that we've never had on the planet, and it is going to create a new reality for all of us. And all of us are just getting ready to be activated to the next level of consciousness. We are raising our consciousness right now as a planet and as individuals, and we are going to be able to co-create a beautiful reality with all of the abilities that are coming online for us to create. So that's our homework. Really focus. If you have to write a list of these are the new habits that I want to form, and this is the new me, the new energy I want to bring into my life, and that is where we need to focus our intention, our new moon intentions right now, to create these new energies, to create these new ways so that we can be more flexible and open and trusting the unknown, because that is where the magic happens. We can allow ourselves to come back to the present moment, to get aligned, to get centered, so that we are ready for the magic that is manifesting into our lives right now. And this is a real thing, you guys. This is no joke. This is happening right now. We're creating a new earth with these new energies coming in. So I love you guys. You're doing such a great job. Hang in there. It's all going to be worth it. Much love.